Hey family, it's Edwin Silie, your South Florida realtor, helping families build a legacy through real estate. And today, we're breaking down a headline that has everybody talking, and that is President Trump's proposal to introduce a 50-year mortgage option. Is it helpful? Is it dangerous? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it somewhere in the middle? Well, let's talk about the plan, the pros, the cons, and whether a 15-year loan could make sense for you. So, let's get into it. President Trump and housing advisors just floated the idea of letting buyers choose a 15-year mortgage, extending the actual standard now from 30 years to 50 years. The goal is to lower the monthly payment without lowering the price of the house. This would, in fact, stretch the loan from 30 years to 50 years, spreading out the payment of the mortgage. So supporters believe it can help more families qualify for a mortgage. But economists warn it could slow down equity buildup, increase total interest paid, and not resolve the underlying problem that we have, and that is a supply problem. In a nutshell, because we don't have a lot of information, this outlines the pros and the cons of a 50-year mortgage. Well, let me spell it out. The pros: on one hand, it could lower the monthly payments. It could help more people qualify for a mortgage. It can offer some relief in a high-rate market. And it can possibly increase in the home ownership rate that we have in America. The cons, well, is a much lower equity growth. And you also could be, higher long-term costs of the property. This also does not fix the supply issue. And as I said before, life changes may outlast the loan of 50 years. So real quick, I'll take the time to say, if you're considering a move to South Florida, I would love to be your trusted guide. My mission is simple. I want to help families build legacy through faith-led real estate. And what does that mean? That means that all my counsel is Bible-based from my Christian background, and I just want to help you. I want to make sure that you succeed. So whether you're buying your first home, whether you're upgrading or looking for a new construction, I'll walk with you like family, making the process clear, honest, and stress-free. So if you're ready to relocate, visit my site, edwinsilie.kw.com, or just call me and leave me a message. Send me a text, find me on WhatsApp. Let's build our future together. Let's do this. Let's build our fortune together. Let's do it one home at a time. Home at a time. Let's do it. While the details have not been fleshed out yet, let's look at one example to help you see whether this is a good idea for you or not. But remember, always do the math. Always look at the numbers and do that for yourself. And don't randomly believe what someone on YouTube might say. But let's look at this practical example of a home. Let's pick a home that's worth $500,000. The down payment on this home is 20%. So let's say we put down $100,000 on this $500,000 home. That means that the loan that we need for this home is $400,000, and we find a bank that gives it to us at a rate of 6.5%. Let's break it down the mortgage. A 30-year mortgage will give you a payment of $2,528 a month. But the total that you're going to pay on this 30-year mortgage would be $910,000. That's the total that you will pay over the life of that 30-year mortgage. Now, let's look at the 50-year mortgage. The 50-year mortgage will give you a payment of $2,439 a month. But the total amount that you're going to pay over the 50 years is $1,463,000. That effectively means that you save $89 a month, but you pay over $553,000 more over time. What this means for us here in South Florida, so whether you're in Miami-Dade, Broward, or Palm Beach, affordability is already a challenge. A lower monthly payment may not offset the rising cost of taxes and HOA fees. So, a 50-year loan may help someone get into the market, but may slow wealth building. Does it make sense? Well, the 50-year mortgage isn't bad, it's just not a complete solution. It might help some buyers, but could hurt long-term wealth. A home should be a blessing and not a burden, and you don't want a burden for 50 years. So make sure the loan aligns with your calling and your financial goals. So the final answer, is a 50-year mortgage good or is it bad? Maybe the question itself is wrong, and that is for various different things. One, we don't know all the details. We don't know what the interest rates will be. We don't know what the information that will be provided by the banks or by the government will be. This is just an idea that has been floating around. So I promise as we get more details, I bring this to you. But ultimately, the question is whether it's good or bad. The question is it good or bad for you? Is it good or bad for you? Is it? And that's what we have to find out. Is it worth you saving $89 a month in this particular example over, for 20 more years than a 30-year loan will offer? Maybe. Don't know who you are. Don't know what your needs are. It might be good for you. It might not be good for you. If you want to know what I feel, what I think about it, well, I have one of those relationships with debt that I fight with debt. So I don't believe that anybody should have debt, period, much less a 30-year loan, much less a 50-year loan. So is it one of those things, have I used debt? Do I use debt? Yes, I'm not trying to be a hypocrite. I have used it. I'm using it now. I do have a mortgage in my home, which I'm trying to get rid of as soon as possible. But am I trying to extend it for 50 years? Absolutely not. Nobody should be a slave to a financial institution for that long. So let's find out a way that we can work together in getting not so much 50 years. How about 15 years? How about 10 years? How about 5 years? How can we get rid of your loan as soon as possible and not extend it as long as possible? Is there good debt? It's bad debt. Discussion goes on and on forever and ever. But 50 years might be too long of a time. Might be there's so much uncertainty in the world. You do not want to leave such debt to your family, to your spouse, to your kids. But let's find out. Like I said, not every shoe fits everyone. So let's find out and let's work together to buy the shoe that fits you best. What is the wisest decision to have you be financially free, to have you build legacy, just to have you become the person that you want to be, free of stress, getting ready for retirement, getting ready to actually live the life that you're meant to live, a life that gives, a life that supports, a life that contributes to society, not one that just wants to be working forever and ever to pay a loan or pay someone else. So, is it good or is it bad? I don't know. Is it good or is it bad for you? Well, let's talk about it. And let's wait for more details as they come out, and I'll be happy to share those as well. So if you have any comments, you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. I will read them. I will reply to you. My contact information is also below, and I'll be happy to keep this conversation over WhatsApp or any method that you like to communicate. And if you want to understand whether now is even a good time to buy a home, then watch this video where I go over whether now is a good time or whether you should wait to buy your home. Let's continue the conversation over there. But remember, as always, God loves you, and so do I. Take care, and God bless. Bye-bye.